Well, cheers. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
We got some new Bev.
I didn't know I could feel like that.
Ooh, this one's
Holy
good.
shit. This is delicious.
They're called Wild Wonder, and they're, the gig. They're prebiotic and probiotic sparkling drinks.
God, they're both so delicious. I truly like these equal.
Ooh,
Wow.
the passion fruit. It tastes
Very
like true
good.
passion fruit.
Oh my God. Yeah. Okay. These are great. Alex picked these. She said, what'd you say? Wild Wonder, happy gut, happy life, caffeine free. Yet again, a prebiotic, probiotic sparkling drink. It says strawberry juice, passion fruit juice, agave, Jerusalem artichoke.
Oh, I have that too.
Strawberry flavor, chicory root, monk fruit, and live probiotics. So relatively clean. Love this.
Woman owned.
Ooh, here we go. From the founder, Rosa Lee. Growing up, my Chinese grandma brewed tonics of a symphony of wild herbs and botanicals. They worked wonders for me. Wild Wonder reimagines the healing drinks of my heritage, where herbal wisdom and gut-supporting superfoods meet big fruit flavors. A happy gut should be as easy as popping open a can and as delicious as a California produce stand.
Facts.
Every can lifts you to create everyday wonders. You've done one already. 5% of profits from this drink go towards empowering women and marginalized communities.
Oh my God, I love this.
And then she said, cheers, Rosa Lee, founder. That's how I sign off my emails.
Oh, I love that.
Wow.
Drink Wild Wonder.
This is way better than Poppy, am I right?
Yeah.
You seen all that shit?
No. I saw
I'm just getting heat right now.
from their Super Bowl commercial, right? Or is it related to their commercial? Why are they getting heat?
Maybe. I don't know about the commercial. I think I saw isn't Jake Shane and Alex Earl were in that commercial? That was cute. But no, they were giving these giant vending machines to
I did see that
and stuff. They're just getting heat for to my knowledge, again, correct us if we're wrong in the comments. I think it's more so just a silly way to do PR and so expensive and for what? They're just giving it to people that are already fucking rich. People were go put those vending machines in hospitals or schools or something.
Well, and I also saw, so they're giving them the vending machines and then just giving them packs of the Bev, and they have to refill it themselves.
Load it, yeah.
And they come and they take it away too. It's
so
not
silly.
I love how Bud Light came to oh my God, Post Malone's house, and his whole house is just his whole house is full of,
I can imagine.
yeah, I
didn't see it,
and he has vending machines and all of that, but it's a true collaboration between him and Bud Light. It's just so natural between them because he obviously drinks it, and it's one person.
Sure.
And I'm sure they keep it stocked for him.
Oh, I bet. They're probably hey, you need to come by this month.
Yeah. But then to hand out entire vending machines to a huge chunk of people.
All right. Put them in.
Right.
Where do you put it?
Right.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's interesting.
I will say though, you and I from the jump have said we don't fuck with Poppy.
No, we've never have.
When all you guys were all about Poppy,
we were
over here vintage cola Olipop till the fucking day I die.
Yeah.
So,
but this is actually probably
this is delicious.
Yeah, this is my favorite Bev we've had this season.
Me too.
Fully.
By far.
So Wild Wonder, if you're watching, hit us up.
And I like their cans.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are great.
I love.
South San Francisco.
That's why.
That's fucking why, because the Bay does everything correct.
100%.
Emphasis on us because we're from there and we are correct.
We do everything.
We do everything perfectly.
Perfect. We are just so perfect.
I've never messed up anything in my life, actually, now that I think about it.
Wait. I can't remember a time that I've ever messed up.
I've always been right.
I'm literally always right.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers to that.
Yep. That's right.
Cheers to being perfect. I can't wait for that one comment that's you girls are such pick me girls, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
Fuck
we are.
off.
Pick me, please.
Fuck off.
Please. Oh, I The little fish that swam to the surface.
I can't talk about it.
Well, did you see what she looks like in someone's hands?
No.
How big do you think she is?
I pictured the size of like the big pillow on my couch.
I pictured like a smart car.
Oh, I didn't picture that.
She's literally the size of like a Reese's peanut butter cup.
Shut the fuck up.
She's a little baby.
No, she wasn't.
Yes. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, look up like, was it Death Starfish or Death Angel Fish?
Something. You'll sit. Fish came from the bottom of the ocean.
Literally type that in and it's, you already know. And I'm loving all the like heartfelt memes towards her.
I feel like when we found out she was a girl, then it was like, oh, like we have sympathy for this fish.
She is one of us.
Yes.
That is one of our girls.
The first video I saw, all the comments were like, oh, he was definitely dared to do that. Like, he got a dare to see what was up top.
That's really
and he
funny.
swam to the top. But when we found out she was a girl, it was like, oh, she just wanted to see the world.
And then all the illustrations, the one I sent you, it was like something like, I wanted to see what was up there and it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No, it's so sad.
It's so my half zip.
Yeah, it's hot in here, huh?
Yeah.
It's really sad, and it makes me really sad for her.
I know.
Rest her soul.
I know.
I can't believe she's
on the ground.
On the soundboard. We electrocute. No,
yeah, she's little. She's literally sitting in the hand. Yeah, show me. I liked it. Okay, so an angler fish. I think I thought angel.
Okay, you just saw the letters.
As I always do. But look how tiny.
Shut the fuck up.
That's just a baby. She was just a little mom.
Oh my God.
Isn't she cute?
It's so crazy because the video that we all saw, she looks huge.
But that's water. Like,
right.
That could have been a cup of water.
There's no perspective there.
No, that's why I don't fuck with it. Oh, it's crazy.
She looks so scared.
I know. Well, she's fucking dead.
Right. Oh my God. She was just swimming to the top. Do we know why or how? Did she just get lost?
I don't know.
How do you get lost when you spend, I think
she was dying. So she
floated to the top?
Maybe.
But I feel like this could have happened before.
Right.
It should have happened before.
I was talking about it with Monica and she was like, this probably happens all the time. We just happen to catch it on camera.
True.
Like the ocean's so big. It's not like this is the first time.
Well, I think this is the first time we caught it on camera.
That's what I'm saying. But the first time for it to happen.
You're right.
Like this could just be part of their like life cycle that has been a thing since they've been a breed of fish. Right. And we just so happen to notice it.
Right. Oh,
I know. God, that plant.
I know.
I'm so sorry. Do you want to get we do this every time?
I know.
Oh, it's snowing.
Should we
go do snow angels?
Yeah, what a winter wonderland. No, the first night that this happened, I FaceTimed you, remember?
Yeah.
And it was like that night we had gotten 6 inches of snow, which is the most we've had, all winter, if not in a few years. And you could fully form snowballs. It was like you were walking in a winter wonderland.
We live in a snow city.
Yes, it's so weird.
It's just hitting me.
It's so bizarre, Kristen.
It's weird. It doesn't feel real still.
Yeah, because especially, the fact that we've been here the past few years and we've never experienced this kind of winter.
Right.
And even a lot of people who, have been here for longer than we have are like, yeah, this is the craziest winter. This is a crazy
winter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope it ends very soon.
Yeah. I don't know.
My seasonal depression, I don't know what it is, but this year, I think it's the weather. I'm just so I feel so cooped up, but it's this weird struggle that I feel because I feel cooped up and I feel like I want to be outside, but at the same time, I cannot stand every time I have to leave the house because of it. So I'm it's two very conflicting feelings. I want to be out and doing things, but I do not want to be out and doing things.
Yes.
It's so weird.
The transportation's what's getting me.
Yeah.
Once I get somewhere, I'm cool.
Yeah.
Obviously, once I get to the restaurant or get to a friend's house or whatever, that's fine. But the in between, and honestly, I feel like I say it a lot, but I think I need a car out here.
Yeah. It's so different than Manhattan.
Right. And I feel like it's like my building has a parking garage. A lot of people in my building have a car.
It's way more normal here to have a car.
Yeah, it's like it's Bushwick. Like people like it's not like honking bumper to bumper traffic. Like
no. If you have to go to Target, you get in the car and you go to Target.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like even going to the Atlantic Terminal Mall by like the Barclays Center, like they have a big parking garage there too. And sure, it's a little trafficy down there, but nothing more than like West Hollywood.
Like, right. I was going to say it's like LA. Like when you have to go into West Hollywood, it's, we have to park in a parking garage.
Yeah. I just feel like for some reason I've allowed the simple fact that nobody drives here, like make me think like it's impossible to do.
Yeah. Well, I think Manhattan would have been crazy to do that. But now that, I mean, it just the environment's different out here.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh wait, people have cars.
Yes.
People have cars. And we used to think being in Manhattan, anyone that like we hung out with or that we knew, if they had a car, they were like an outlier.
Yeah.
But now being out here and like seeing everyone that came over for Super Bowl, a majority of them drove here.
Oh,
yeah.
So cool.
Because they're all in Brooklyn. Right.
With their license.
No, literally.
like cool.
It was just normal, which sounds so like out of touch, but like
that's
we
what
haven't
I'm saying. It hasn't not been a part of us living here.
Right.
And being home in the Bay the past 2 weeks, I had a rental car the whole time, which was nice because it was like my car. I wasn't borrowing nobody's. I didn't feel bad if I
own thing.
Like dropped a fry on the floor. Like it was my car, and I loved it. And it was like, to anybody who drives, which is majority of these listeners, like this sounds so silly, but I forgot how nice it was to go to a store, put your shit in the back and drive home. Yeah. Go through a drive-through, not have to get out at all. Like at the drop of a pin, if I was like, oh, I want to go get in and out, like I didn't have to think like, okay, I need to get on this train.
Yes.
Okay, I need to walk
there.
Yeah, I was like, oh, let me literally not even put on shoes because I'm going in a drive-through and get in the car. And I miss that.
Yeah.
And I mean, like I'm such a driver too. And that has always been like how I get out of my head. And that was such like a saving grace these past 2 weeks too. Like when I would leave places, it was like my like, okay, it's just me in here. Turn on music or don't. And like just having isolated me time in a box, which is so interesting because I'm claustrophobic, but like
you're driving anywhere you can go. So
yeah, I'm so in control.
You're so in control and you're so free.
That's why I like it.
Yeah.
Driving, like I am the most in control of any situation ever when I'm driving.
Right.
Because it's tangible control, like hand on the wheel.
And like you need to be in control.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah. So
you're thinking about getting a car?
I think it could be cool. I wouldn't get anything like fancy though. I think I would on it. Like my rental was a
Hyundai?
No, a Nissan Sentra. Let me double check. I loved how it drove. It had like tight power steering, like a literal European car. I was like, okay, Nissan. And look how cute.
Love it. It's so cute. That's the thing. Because yes, like it's such an inconvenience to have a convenience to get a car out here and like running errands and stuff. But I'd say a majority of the time it will sit in a garage,
Yes.
Like we wouldn't be driving nearly as much just because
it would just be errands.
It would just be errands. So you don't need like
and coming here. Like think about that. Like I come here twice a week. That's nice.
Yeah.
And like I feel like I would even like drive. I would go on drives more is kind of what I'm getting to here.
For
is like,
sure.
That's what I miss. Like I miss when we would wake up on a Sunday and hop in the car and go to Malibu.
And like when new albums would drop and you would like get in the car and go listen to the album.
Just drive to drive, know where to go. That is my favorite thing to do. It always has been. And I think it's because growing up, my stepdad threw us in the car a lot and was like, we're just going on a drive.
Yeah.
So I think I found like comfort in that, obviously. Mm-hmm. So we'll see. Today's episode is sponsored by Quince. The first thing I did when I got home after just being gone for 2 weeks, I took an everything shower and I put on my robe from Quince. I got so cozy that like locked in me being home. And if you guys don't know, Quince is an online retailer that offers luxury essentials at affordable prices.
Yep. Quince offers a range of high quality items, anything from 100% Mongolian cashmere sweaters that start at $50 to washable silk tops and dresses. The best part is all Quince's items are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands.
They also have 14 karat gold jewelry and high quality home goods like really amazing candles. Also, Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices and premium fabrics and finishes. I love that.
Give yourself the luxury you deserve with Quince. Go to quince.com/oddvice for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns.
That's QUINCE.com/oddvice to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/oddvice.
Thanks, Quince.
I do want to say real quick why we've been gone these past 2 weeks. Well, I've been gone, as I'm sure some of you had noticed through like even what we were talking about on Patreon and through socials and everything. But I went back to the Bay in, I was going to say kind of an emergency. It was definitely an emergency. And I got news on Monday that my mom wasn't doing well. And I like for a few days kind of like tossed back and forth, like, do I go? And I was like, something happened. I was like, okay, I just need to be there. So Alex zipped over to my house, helped me clean and pack. And I was on my way to the airport within, minutes of even booking the fucking flight. And yeah, I went home cause my mom, I've never told you guys this, but I don't know. I feel like I want to now. And cause it's like, this has been such a big part of my life since 2023. But I don't know. I've never shared it and I don't know why, but I feel like it's time for me to share it now. And like, I feel like a lot of people can relate to it, sadly, but also positively.
Yeah. I mean,
like
it's
relating is always nice.
Right. It's always nice to talk to someone about this who's gone through it too.
Who gets it. Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom has cirrhosis of her liver and, it's really bad. Cirrhosis, if you don't know, it's scarring of the liver. It starts with a fatty liver and then it's a progression. Cirrhosis has several stages and, you can get cirrhosis from like a really, 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 really poor diet or generally more commonly from excessive alcohol consumption. And, yeah, so she was diagnosed with it, kind of a while ago, before I ever even knew, but it's gotten really bad since 2023. And like you guys probably remember, like, I mean, was it the start of this season was the breakup episode or was that last season?
Last season.
That was God, it's been a long time. Well, when we like came back in that episode, you can kind of like hear me talking about like, that just skims the surface of what happened because dead ass, like Tanner and I broke up and literally less than a month later, my mom was in the hospital with just like the worst symptoms ever. If you know, you know. I really don't want to get into like the medical part of it because that has been all that's been in my fucking head for 2 weeks. And to be honest, I am just exhausted by it. I'm like finally home. I just feel like so drained by just talking about the same thing over and over again. But I did want to finally just like talk about it with you guys because it's kind of sick how many people have dealt with this with family members. It's a very, very ugly death. And yeah, I don't know. That I don't, that's kind of, I just wanted to like tell you guys, I hate to just like dump that on you, but that is why I was gone. She's okay now. She's just the reality of cirrhosis, sadly, is you are kind of just in and out of the hospital with, a lot of different symptoms ranging from small things to very like near death things. And, yeah, so, I will say that this probably will happen again where I have to leave very urgently. And next time maybe we'll like Zoom. We were doing that for Patreon. Like while I was there, we were Zooming Patreon episodes, which it's fine, but I don't know. I always like to just be in front of you.
Right. That. And like you were also dealing with such a heavy personal thing that like,
yeah, I guess I don't know what the fuck I would have said.
right.
Hey,
like
guys.
it's hard. And you guys know, we've talked about this so much. We can't just like put on face and like drop an ep.
No.
And which is like, I would never expect. And I'm
That's
sure
true.
everyone who's listening would never expect that of you.
I like forgot about that for a sec. You're
Right. You were, I mean, you weren't going to like walk out the hospital and be like, okay, time to record.
I live stream.
Right. That's not,
yeah.
That would never be a thing. So thank you guys for obviously understanding and your patience and giving Kristen the grace and the space to deal with everything that she's been dealing with these past couple weeks.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. And if you or anybody you know have had cirrhosis or have it right now, it like my heart is with you. It's hard to watch. I can only imagine it's hard to have, but you know, I can only speak from my perspective. It's very hard to watch, and it's hard to like, I don't know. I think maybe I want to broaden this a little bit and say, if you have anybody in your family or in your close circle with a chronic illness, it's like, it's really hard to be around, not in like ew, I don't want to be around it. I just mean
just to
emotionally.
witness,
yeah. Like
someone that you love, like fighting for their life,
literally fighting for their life. And like, I mean, maybe my situation's a little different because I quite literally like went there for that. Like those 2 weeks, like my life was on pause.
Yeah.
Like everything work wise, I mean, the podcast, like everything in my life was just fully pushed to the side. And I was just like all hands on deck for my mom, which it like, that's what I wanted. I'm just saying it, you know, I had this moment when I was in the hospital with her and I was like, this is a big reality for a lot of people, and
consistently too.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's so hard. And I think it's really important to lean on other people that like know the weight of your life, having to like care and constantly worry for someone else. You're really fucking strong, and you know you're strong. And I know, like, I feel like these past 2 weeks, everybody I'm talking to is like, you're so strong, and like, love that. Thank you. Like, need that big time. But like, it sucks to be strong in those moments. Cause like, I'm also sitting there like you want to be able to process everything that's happening too. Yeah. And like, that's my mom. Like, yeah, I'm also just like her daughter sitting there scared, but I'm having to like spring into like, I was going to say adult mode, but I'm about to be 30. But you know, just like with your mom, you
that dynamic, usually they're the one taking care of you. And the fact that you're now the one who, I mean, like you took care of everything while you were there. So the roles being reversed that way is, I can only imagine. Yeah. Yeah. It's weird, and it's ugly, and it's also really weird to like grieve something that hasn't happened yet. Like I feel like I'm in this like pre-grieving stage, and it's just so uncomfortable. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Not in like a dismissive way. Like literally, if any of you have like questions, or like, I am an open book on that level, but I guess as of right now, I don't have much more to say about it other than like, if you are going through it too, I love you, and I'm like so here with you, and it sucks dick, and I'm very exhausted by it, and I can't believe it's happening. Yeah. It's like, it's ugly. It's so ugly. Anyway, yeah, that's why I was gone. And it feels good to have you back. Yeah, thank you. It fucking feels good to be back, and like just like some sense of normalcy. Like, yeah, even just like turning on these lights, I was like, oh, okay. Just getting back into some kind of routine. Yeah. And like doing stuff for me, like that's another thing. Like, I feel like I've worked so hard to not be codependent, especially towards my mom, because that has been our dynamic all of our life, is like, I'm always worried about her. But then now it's a situation where like, you need to worry. Yeah.
So I'm like,
it's a natural feeling to be worried about your mom in this state, but your whole life you're like, hold on, I can't worry about her. I can't worry about her. But like now's the time.
It's okay to worry now.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of been like my internal battle is like worrying, but not to the point where it's depleting me. Right. And that's a really, really hard line for me to walk because I will very easily like drop my livelihood for someone else that I'm worried about. And like, that is not a good thing. Like that is not like you're so giving. You're so no. That like is bad.
You have to take care of yourself
first. Yes.
And even speaking to people who are like they're like primary caregivers of loved ones.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you know this, being that person, but like you have to take care of yourself before you take care of others. And I'm sure that's such a struggle for people who are in those positions, like trying to find the balance of making sure you're okay and you're fulfilled and you're still focusing on your life, but also being that primary caregiver for someone who needs it. Like,
right.
I can only imagine.
You're a lifeline for multiple lives.
Yeah.
It's just, I had a glimpse of it and I that's why I wanted to just like hug all of you that live that life too. It's just, it's fucking crazy. It was wild. Also, the hospital we were at was the hospital I was born at. So I had this like weird, like, ew, the last time we were in here together was 30 years ago and you were giving me life. And now you're in the bed.
That's really
and I'm standing
weird.
over you.
That's really weird.
It was weird.
I've never thought about that. I've been to the hospital that I've been born in thousands of times and I've never.
Oh yeah. I remember thinking like, ooh, I wonder what room, like what if it's the same room?
You could have probably figured it out.
I wonder if they like still would have that. Oh my God. Also, so the first week we were in the ICU and then the second week she was transferred to like a normal
inpatient.
Yeah, whatever. In the ICU it was both sides. So yeah, in the ICU and in the normal side. When a baby is born, they play this little lullaby chime.
Stop.
And the first time it happened, it was like the day I got there. Like I was an emotional wreck. Like I'm like standing over my mom and it chimes. And I looked at one of the nurses. I was like, what is that? Like duck and cover.
Fire alarm.
And she was like, a baby was just born. And I lost it. I could not stop crying.
That means the bell probably rang when you were born.
Oh my God, it probably didn't. Then I was probably a glimmer of happiness for someone else that was there for negative reasons.
Oh, that's so special.
Oh my God. Yeah, it was. I'm crying, and she was like, "We cry a lot too. Like they do that because shit can get really heavy in here."
I can, yeah.
Fucking ICU, yeah.
Wow,
the ICU is
intense.
Yeah, I mean,
right,
for sure. Yeah, the energy there. I've been in an ICU one other time, but it was like for babies. What is that? The NICU, the newborn ICU or whatever. Which that's also very heavy too. But like, I don't know. There's something in the ICU where everyone is obviously in critical condition of some sort, but all the nurses, all the doctors are super calm. And like every once in a while you hear like an intense beat, but even then like they all flock over and they're super calm. And it's like everyone's just trying to hold it together in there. Yeah. And you feel it and you see it in everybody's eyes.
Everyone's just waiting for a pen to drop.
That's literally, I said the exact sentence multiple times while I was in there. But yeah, just like looking around, I remember thinking like, what an intense place. But like, if you didn't know what it was, you would think it was like a really calm place.
Yeah. Right.
Nurses, doctors in the ICU, any fucking healthcare workers, like you guys are fucking insane. Like, wow. The whole time I was there, like when all her nurses were so nice. And like whenever they'd come in, even from something as little as fucking vitals to like a blood transfusion, like their energy and their like honestly their like optimism and I was like, how do you do it?
Yeah,
how do you do it? And all like I felt so suffocated in there, and I'm thinking like, when do they go out to get air? You know, like
Right.
they're just so in there and so focused and so like literally saving lives. I don't know. I know it sounds like a no shit thing because it's a fucking doctor, but like when you see it happen and you see someone taking care of someone like you love, like I will never forget those nurses, but they probably already forgot me because they're so just like they're just doing their job.
On to the next.
But like I'm sitting there like, bro's saving her life right now.
Like he actually holds so much power.
That like, wow, it was so cool. It was so cool
And
to see.
that, like, that's what I love about that field too, because I feel like for the most part, those are people who it's quite literally their calling. Like,
oh yeah,
I feel like it's rare for that field. You just like, oh, I think I want to get into medicine. Like,
Yeah.
no, it's most likely a passion for these people, and they feel like they were born to heal and
Right.
to do the work that they do. So that's what it like. Even on top of it, it's probably just second nature to them. On top of all the fucking schooling and the
of course.
knowledge and everything, but like
you have to have like
yes,
like you said, a passion for that to even retain
to be
all of
able to
that.
do that.
To want to do it. Yeah, I had a thought. I wrote a lot over these past 2 weeks, and it felt really good. But I kind of started. I'm noticing myself writing in like essay formats, which is just kind of interesting. I've never really
MLA.
Yeah, right. And there's one that I started. I haven't finished it because I still want to like think about it, and maybe we could talk about it a little bit with you guys, like on like a spiritual level. You know, all these healthcare workers, like we're saying, like they clearly have this calling to like heal, help, all the things. But then why is the industry so dark? And like big pharma and all that. Like,
Yeah.
What came in? What energy came in, or what part of humanity came in?
Money.
Yes, but I'm talking on like, not to get into like nitty gritty, but there was pretty much like this one day where her team, my mom's like nurse team or whatever, they were just doing something that didn't make sense. And like, usually I'll sit back because I'm like we're saying, they went to school for this. Like, I don't know I'm not going to just Google something and act like I know what I'm doing. But sorry, this is vague. I just don't want to like give away too much of her business. It was just pretty much something where like, it wasn't rocket science that what they were doing was honestly felt malpractice-y.
Felt like a Band-Aid almost.
Yes. So in my head, I'm like, those people that are in it.
I bet you, I mean, I have no clue, but I bet you there's pressures from like, you know, there's like the health care side of hospitals, and then there's like the business side of hospitals and like upper management, and they're probably pressured to, I mean, I know bed turnaround is crazy. Like, that's why in America they fucking charge you by the day after you give birth.
Yes. Crazy.
For the bed that you are that you need.
Yeah.
So like they're probably just pressured to stick that Band-Aid on your mom and like, okay, maybe she'll be good enough so we can discharge her.
Get her out of here.
Yeah. So there's it's probably such like an internal conflict for them, because they like obviously feel like they want to help this person. They know what's going to be best for them. They want to try all the things, but then they're getting pressures from management and like everyone else. Okay, you tried that, didn't work, move on.
Yeah.
And if nothing's working, do what you know works, which is, you know, the Band-Aid, the bare minimum. Get her out of here.
That's what made me kind of sick.
Yeah.
Like during this. And I'm sure there's a lot of people. I mean, even honestly, even myself, like I've expressed like a lot of interest in medicine over these past few years. I've noticed myself like kind of getting a passion for it. But that's where I'm like, I don't know if I could go into that type of medicine, because I would be the person that's like, no.
Yeah.
Like, this is wrong. I would get fired.
Yeah.
That's why like I like Chinese medicine, but I digress.
Right.
Yeah. So that was kind of an essay I started where I wanted to dive into like cosmically what that is. And like there, it's definitely a big form of yin and yang. Like this might be a hot take and it might sound insensitive, but please follow me here. I'm even thinking like, it's like, because we can't, like on a humanity level, we can't save everyone.
Like, oh, for sure.
So like people have to die.
Yeah.
So like, that's also why the darkness had to come in, because the universe, God, whoever knows humans.
It's their time.
Right. But like humans are so good before they get bad from external things. But, you know, they're good to their core. So all those good ones, if we gave them all the resources to heal people, everybody would be healed. But then like there would be too many people.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's like, it's the weird like part of the cycle of life where it's like, okay, we can't
like cut it off at some point.
We can't have it all.
Yeah.
We can't have it all.
Which sucks. Like, obviously, like, to say the least. But I don't know. Crazy 2 weeks.
You're back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, before we get into snack of the day, we just want to let you guys know that we have not completely ignored all of your guys' entries for our general Oddvice episode, but we are saving that for next week just because we wanted to, you know, give the time to catch you guys up on everything. We just want to like chit. We just want to shoot the shit with you guys today. So you will get your full general advice episode next week. And we haven't even touched our email. So those are still there unopened. It'll be as if we're just going right back to it.
And I guess if you want to hop in now, if you didn't get them in last time for the episode that was supposed to be when I went home, you have a second opportunity to send them in. Or if you have any updates, you can respond to the one that you had the week before or like whatever. So that'll be next week's. But yeah, this episode, honestly, just wanted to catch up with you guys.
We just didn't want to rush it either.
Right. Okay, I have snack of the day. I also brought back your tote because this is super cute tote. So here you go. I brought it back for you.
It's not mine, but yeah.
Oh,
thank you.
Cute. Close your eyes.
Okay.
Open them.
Ooh.
These are Doritos Golden Sriracha. Cool, huh?
Wait, is this like a forever flavor?
It says new. I don't know. It says tangy and sweet.
Is this what you had in your fridge?
No, that's something else.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been stocking up on like exotic snacks.
Not stop thinking about that.
What's in my fridge?
Yeah.
Oh, I won't tell you. I was about to like tell you what it was. Okay, yeah, let's try these.
Yay!
They smell like the sweet chili, the purple bag.
Those are my favorite.
Me too.
Ooh, my mouth's watering.
Cheers.
They taste exactly like the sweet chili.
Yeah, they kind of do.
Like, it's the same chip.
I think they repackaged them. Yeah, it's the same chip.
It's the same chip.
Fully. I know. I'm going to pull up the ingredients of the purple bag and we'll compare it to the back of this one.
It's fully. The aftertaste is a little different.
But like barely.
Barely.
No, it's different.
Really?
Yeah, totally different. The one we're eating right now has red bell peppers, sour cream, paprika, garlic.
Yum.
And obviously other things that I literally can't pronounce, which is
Terrifying.
so terrifying. And then the sweet chili ones are soy sauce, garlic, paprika. Honestly, the only difference is soy sauce and the red bell peppers. Those are their only differences of like flavors.
They're
All
good.
dog.
Yeah, for sure.
These are fire.
Yum. Where'd you find these?
I don't remember. I got these a while ago.
I taste the sriracha.
Yes, I do actually.
I taste the sriracha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? I think they're
They're a
different.
little different. They're a little different.
Kind of nothing like them, actually.
No, they're still like them. I think the heat too, and like the flavor palette of it is similar.
I taste the bell pepper.
I don't taste bell pepper. I do taste sriracha. It tastes like Trader Joe's sriracha.
Mm-hmm. Not like the rooster one. That makes me want like pho or something. Do you want to know something so stupid I did?
What?
It was such a Kristen moment.
What?
Add this to the list. So coming home, I flew out of SFO hella early. So I was like, I'm not trying to like leave the East Bay at like fucking 4 a.m. So I got just one of those like cheapy little airport hotels and I ordered pho. And I was staying at the DoubleTree, but there's like 3 and I fucking sent it to the wrong
one.
The wrong one. It was the one in Burlingame.
Oh.
And he was like, "Hey, I'm here. I'm in the lobby." I was like, "So am I." And then I realized, oh fuck.
Does your thing not automatically do like current location?
I did order it when I was like driving there because I wanted it to be there like right when I got there.
That's a valid mistake. I wouldn't call that a Kristen moment. You just picked the wrong one.
I also had a hard 2 weeks.
Yeah. No, I don't think that was
not a lot going on.
That was you've done worse.
Oh,
You've done worse.
Have we told them?
The concert? Or not the concert. The movie? That was the most recent one.
Yeah, I'm really bad at booking things.
Yeah.
I booked them for the wrong dates and stuff. I have to say out loud. Booked for March 28th, 2025. Like
the bad one. The bad one. We were literally like almost on our way. We were like getting up to, okay, time to, get ready to go see this movie. You looked at the thing and you were like, oh, it was yesterday, right?
Yeah.
It was the day before.
Yeah. And then the one in London.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That was actually on my
The
birthday.
Monopoly game?
Yeah. I booked it.
You booked it for the wrong time.
Well, the time zones, and they do military time. I don't know what 17 o'clock is. Who does? I'm not in the military.
2 o'clock. You just add 12.
I don't know 17 plus 12.
No.
Oh.
Sorry, you subtract 12.
5 o'clock.
Wait, 5 o'clock. Yeah. Wow.
See?
I need help. Did you see Pete's campaign?
Yes. Next question.
Let's talk about it for a minute.
I am obsessed with
I
him.
love that it was his like debut of his new body.
Tattoos, all
of his
lack of tattoos.
Lack of tattoos. Apparently, he spent like over $200,000 on removing his. He looks so good. He looks so
good.
healthy. And I've never been one to like. I mean, you guys know me. I fucking love tattoos, and I love the look of tattoos, and I love like when whole bodies are fucking blasted. But like on him and the combination of knowing his struggle with like going to rehab and getting healthy and all of his health issues, seeing him with like a physical clean slate, it looks so good on him.
Looks really good.
He looks so good.
Healthy, and like his eyes look like calmer. Like he looks good.
And then did you watch Reformation's video?
Yes.
Oh,
It's so good.
it's so good.
well played. Like,
oh my God,
they
I
need
love
a raise.
it. That should have been a Super Bowl commercial.
I'm surprised it wasn't.
I didn't watch any of them actually.
Oh,
I didn't.
really?
No,
So yeah, how was your Super Bowl?
It was good. It was good. It was fun. I felt like I made so much food.
Yeah.
And it was just one of those nights where like no one was hungry.
God damn it.
And that's an over exaggeration. The sliders were a fucking hit. Those were gone in probably 20 minutes.
Okay.
I made deviled eggs, a 7-layer dip, and jalapeno poppers, and I had leftover of all 3 of them.
Like a lot?
About half.
Okay.
I think I just also like made big portions.
Yeah.
Because I was looking at, I got all my recipes on Pinterest, and those are for like big Super Bowl parties.
Right.
And there was like probably a total of 20 people here.
Okay.
So I was just, I had a lot of food regardless, but yeah, there was some left, and I felt like I was just in like host mode. So I didn't even really sit down. I didn't even watch the Super Bowl.
Dang.
Yeah. Which is fine.
I love the commercials.
Yeah. I didn't see, I don't think I've seen like any of them.
I think
I watched the halftime show. I thought the halftime show was really good.
I texted
Alex
during it. I said, "Is this Drake?"
But the context behind that.
Oh yeah, I guess we need the joke.
God, it was Coachella 2015.
I was actually like 17.
16? I didn't go to 17.
Okay, then either 16 or 18.
Yeah.
It was after 15 though. Well, let's look.
I think it was 15 because I was at Drake with Taylor.
Yes.
And you were, yes. So it was 2015.
Yes, you're right.
And that was the year that Drake was at Coachella. But I think it was like a completely different night. Like Drake wasn't even his night. It was Kygo, right?
Yes. It was a completely different night.
So we were at Kygo's set. Drake was a completely other day. And this girl walks up like past our group, fucking hammered on probably
everything,
45 drugs. And she literally looks at her friend. She goes, "Wait, is this Drake?" So that has been an inside joke for
every concert
10
we go
years.
to. Yes.
For
10 years. That's crazy.
Every concert we go to,
Drake?
we walk up. Is this Drake? So that text was funny. That text hit.
I guess it needed the context. It wasn't funny without it. Yeah. Well, maybe with the beef, it could have a different meaning.
Yeah.
But our meaning was the dumb
with the
beat.
context, it was funny. Yeah. Kristen texted me when Kendrick got on screen and she was like, we did this drink. That's my favorite line. That's my favorite line.
Yeah, I had a crazy Super Bowl.
You want to talk about it? Lay it all out
It's
there.
just
Yeah.
crazy 2 weeks. Yeah, I was obviously in the Bay for the Super Bowl, and
It's actually like I'm laughing because it's actually fucking crazy.
yeah, I saw Tanner. Don't look at me like that.
I had a missed call from Kristen and a text that I knew you were already buzzed, but you texted me, you're like, call me, and then you said now.
Ooh.
And I was like, shit. Obviously I didn't have my phone on me, so I
Probably
like
thought,
when
like,
I
my
saw
mom
that
died.
no literally. So I call her back and you were like, he's coming.
It's coming.
he's-
Winter's coming.
Literally. You're
It felt
like,
like that.
yeah. You're like, he's on his way here right now. And I said, leave. But yeah, I'm glad you didn't.
Yeah.
You obviously didn't want to because you didn't want to give him that power. But
Yeah.
that I think that's one of the things too that we knew was coming with him
Yeah.
still being a part of our friend group. There was gonna be a time where you guys were gonna run into each other.
I'm surprised it didn't happen sooner, to be honest.
Yes.
I mean, a year and a half later, and it just happened.
Yeah.
It was just like, I was like, of course, like in the arguably the worst 2 weeks of my life. And I was leaving like a few days later, like I was, you know, almost at the end of the trip.
Yeah.
Like
You almost made it.
almost made it. And like at this point, my mom was home from the hospital. Like I was like, I'm going to go enjoy myself. Like mom's stable. Like what I was like, I got cute. Good thing I got cute, but I got cute. I was like, I love Super Bowl. I'm so ready, whatever. And then that happens. And it was fine though. It was we talked for a long time, and it was a good talk. I mean, he definitely seems to understand the gravity of what he did
Yeah.
a whole lot more than I ever thought he was capable of,
Yeah.
which is good. Yeah, it was
It
just
was
kind of
just
crazy.
like a conversation that needed to have.
Yeah,
But also a conversation that you guys have had before. Like it
this one was
felt
different.
yeah.
But like
I mean, especially like face to face.
that's majority
It's-
of what it
yeah.
was. Yeah. It was like, you know, the last time I saw him, he was dropping me off at the airport and we were still together, and it was like, all right, love you. See you next time we see you. Like we weren't broken up yet.
Yeah.
Like we broke up across the country, and then I just literally haven't even seen him. Yeah.
Wait, tell them about his haircut.
Oh my God. I hate his hair.
But she told him.
Yeah, no, I sigged on him.
Good.
Literally.
He deserves it.
Yeah, and like he took it, and like we laughed. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, you know him. Like he's
He
not like a
gets it.
defensive person. He was like,
No.
literally, there was multiple points where he was like, "Nah, I deserve that." Like, you know, like
Yeah.
it was what it was. But when he first walked in, I was at the fridge like grabbing a claw or something, and I like closed the fridge, and he was like right like where the door is. And he said, "Hi, Kristen," and I said, "You have a dog hair on your lip." Because he was hugging Kilo, our friend's dog, when he walked in. So like it was like a husky hair too. Just like, I was like, "You have a dog hair on your lip."
Embarrassing.
Nerd. And he was wearing my shirt.
Of course he was.
Fucking nerd.
You guys know this, but I had a really hard time when this happened. He had two of my dad's shirts that my dad used to wear in high school, and he fucking cut one of them, and Kristen laid into him for it.
Yeah. No, I let
Thank
him
you.
have
I
it.
really appreciate that.
I let it all out, and he let me, and I respect that.
Because he's a freaking dummy.
Yeah, he's literally what I told him he sucked dick
Yeah, good.
multiple times. Multiple times.
You suck
I
dick.
said, "You suck dick." It felt good.
Oh, it probably felt so good.
And that's where like now like walking away and like we hugged. We were
Yeah.
like, "Wish you the best." Like
it was.
seriously,
It's just
all
like
love.
it's those phrases that you want to get out, and you're like, oh,
Jab.
Yes.
Ah.
Yeah.
like I can't use a real knife, so I'm gonna use
At
this.
the end of the day, they're harmless, but
totally.
like you just want to let them know, hey, you fucking suck.
Yes, and I did, and he
does.
He agreed, which was kind of sad. He said like what he did sucked, and that was the context of me. I wasn't
right. This all happened a year and a half ago, so
right.
like
I wasn't like bullying the guy, but
no, fuck.
yeah,
He got
He
of
got
all
what
the
he
things,
deserved.
Yes, of all. I mean, you could have done way fucking worse.
Oh yeah, I mean when we walked away to go talk, because the party was like obviously very loud. It was probably like 20-30 people there, but you know how it's just so rowdy.
yeah.
And when we walked away to talk, when we came back down the stairs, Lily was like, I was scared for like what the energy was going to be when you both walked out of the room, and it was fine. Like there was not one moment of like rage or like arguing or anything.
I also think it's not like
just
your guys' nature too. Like,
yeah, would never like yell.
if
like that.
this conversation would have happened a year and a half ago,
Oh.
you would have slit his throat.
I would have been in jail.
Yeah.
I would have been in jail. And that's why I think there was a reason that it happened now. And like, even it happening when I was in such a vulnerable state, I was like, at first I'm like, God, you know, like when it rains, it pours, like it felt so heavy, but I'm like, actually, I think maybe it was better I was vulnerable because I got everything out that I needed to get out. Yeah. And he can tell that too. And like, so me being vulnerable took him out of defense too. Right. So I feel like we actually like got it all out.
It was productive.
It was productive. And I told him I forgive him.
Good.
And that like
that probably felt good for you too, selfishly. Like,
oh, that's the only reason I did it. Yeah. Like that's another thing too. Like with these past 2 weeks, it sounds so cliche, but you know, cliches for a reason. I was like, life's too short to hold on to shit, dog. Yeah. Like, yeah. Even my own shit with my own mom that like you guys know some of, like even that, like, you know, I'm sitting there like brushing her hair in a hospital bed and I'm like, fuck all that noise. Like it's just,
and especially with like going back to Tanner, like the amount of healing that you've done, at the end of the day, he's just a fucking ex.
That's literally how I looked at it. I was like, oh,
you're just like same way you talk about all your other exes. He's just another ex.
Just another notch on the bedpost.
Yep.
I love
and
that
like
phrase.
you've done the healing that you needed to do after, you know, that relationship. Mm-hmm. So it's not like you are you because of him. You just he's just
a part
an
of
ex.
it.
Yep.
And I mean that relationship was also to throw me into healing for reasons beyond him. It was to heal my relationship with people who struggle with addiction. Like that is like what that did, and that did more for me than just simply like that love. Yeah. So I'm very grateful for that. But yeah, I mean, I feel like we always say like no contact and you know, don't talk to your exes, da da da, and I still stand by that, because going no contact for a year and a half,
it let you get to this point.
Yes. And I'm like, I say this because like like we all have that experience where you see your ex again for the first time after shit goes down, and just I think I'm just glad that it wasn't one of those talks that like I needed. You shouldn't see your ex if you still need the talk, is what I'm trying to say. I'm dancing around it.
Yes. No. Yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah. Like I saw him and it was simply just like, oh, word.
You weren't like, looking for anything from the conversation. You had no expectations.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that's the best way to like talk to your ex again is don't look for anything. No closure.
You can't have expectations, because at the end of the day, this is someone who, like speaking to any ex out there, this is someone who your expectation shouldn't be of anything for this person any longer. Like you can't have expectations for this person anymore. So that also goes for any conversation after the relationship.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was weird. It was hard.
Crazy.
But it
happened how it was supposed to.
Yep. Absolutely. It was totally time. Oh, also, this one's crazy. I could say this because my dad's like fine, but my dad was also in the hospital at the same time with compartment syndrome. I had never heard of it before.
I actually don't. Yeah. What, can you explain it?
Let me like read the definition. But my dad, so the Saturday before, so my mom went into the hospital Monday. The Saturday before, Alex and I were going to that movie screening.
Oh yeah.
And I got a call that my dad was having like stroke symptoms. I'm like, what?
What's happening?
What's happening? And then fucking a few days later, then my aunt was also in the hospital at the same time as my mom. I literally was
same hospital.
I'm walking back and forth to each of their rooms. Crazy. But yeah, so it ended up being compartment syndrome of his left leg. Google definition: Compartment syndrome is a painful and dangerous condition caused by pressure buildup from internal bleeding or swelling of tissues. The pressure decreases blood flow, depriving muscles and nerves of needed nourishment. Symptoms may include severe pain, sensations of pins and needles, and weakness of the affected area. For several cases of compartment syndrome, emergency surgery is needed.
Is this related to the surgery he had prior for the disc?
I don't think so, because that was his neck, and to my understanding, it's
isolated.
Yeah, his doctor was like, "Did you have a leg injury?"
Oh,
and my dad was like, "I don't think so," and he's like, "You had to have had a leg injury. Like this doesn't just happen." Honestly, I'm a lot more confident in how cirrhosis works. Right. I don't really understand how compartment syndrome works at all, but yeah, so it didn't end up being a stroke, thank God. And my dad, I think I've told you guys, my dad lives like in the middle of nowhere in Alaska. Like it's not even Alaska. He lives on,
it's like actually off the grid.
Yes. Like Prince of Wales Island, like little tiny island, takes a ferry for multiple hours to even get to his mailbox. Like this man is off the grid and he's like pushing 60. So it's like time to, take care of yourself. But he's such like mountain man, like doesn't give a fuck. So to get to the hospital, he had to do a boat and then one of those little hopper, like tiny little like hopper planes to Ketchikan, where the actual hospital was. And he finally gets there. I guess Monica told me this. I guess when he got on that plane, the one of like the EMTs or whoever, they were like, "Yo, we need to pick up one other person." And the other guy looks at him and says, "We don't have time."
Oh
my dad God. Was really close to dying.
Oh my God.
Like, which is crazy. So he finally gets there and his leg was, my dad's probably like 6 foot, like, I don't know, maybe like 100.
He's a lean guy.
Pounds. Yeah, like lean guy. His left leg was the size of me, like the size of my torso, which is very big for a leg. And he gets in and the doctor looks at his leg and hands him a clipboard with a piece of paper and says, "You need to sign right here. Don't read it, sign it. I need to cut in your leg right now."
Oh. Literally,
my dad signs it. He puts the doctor puts the like gas mask on him to knock him out, and they get into his leg.
I saw the picture.
Literally, we would get banned if I put it on the screen. The picture is the craziest thing I've ever seen. Craziest injury ever. It literally looks like an 8-inch chuck roast sitting on his thigh. Fully open.
Exposed.
Fully exposed.
Muscles. You could see everything.
Everything. Like it's the craziest thing.
It's funny because he's sitting there with like a kind of a smirk on his face.
And he's just kind of like looking at his leg. It is a funny picture, but
like that's a good photo.
Oh, I'm so glad somebody took a picture.
Yeah.
But
he's okay now.
Yeah, he's okay now.
He's healing.
Oh yeah, he's okay. They kept him in there. Honestly, once they cut it open, like the hard part is over. He was in a lot of pain.
Everything happened fairly quickly. Like he's now like in the bay, like he's left Alaska, and I'm surprised that he's like up and walking around.
Yeah, his doctors are too, and they're like, take it easy, because something I did learn too is once you have it, you're very prone to getting it again.
Oh, do you know if it's like same leg, same spot, or is it just like once your body knows the
reaction?
Yeah,
maybe. I don't know. I'll kind of look more into it. I haven't entered that chapter of my medical studies yet.
Right.
Still working on
focusing on one parent.
But yeah, so he had to sit there with it open for a few days, and then they did a skin graft, and then so like Alex said, he came to the Bay, which I think is good. I think it's good for him to be somewhere where a hospital's down the street and 911 could be there immediately. But he came like I was going to leave on Monday, but he flew in Tuesday. So I extended my flight till Thursday, and I got to see him for a day, and like we had lunch or whatever. And he showed me it in person, and my brain couldn't even compute that it was real.
Right. It probably looked like a scary movie prop.
Yes. That's exactly what it looked. It totally looked like prosthetics.
Yeah.
I was like, that's not real.
No, but like it's
real.
You should have FaceTimed me.
I like
I would
I
have
can
loved
honestly,
to
I'll
see
have him
it.
send a picture. It's not going to look much different than it did a few days ago when I saw it. I'll have him send a picture.
Right.
The skin graft is really cool though.
Oh, it's so fascinating.
They took a strip of his skin right next to the injury and they put it through a machine and it creates like a net with your skin, and then they staple that on top of the injury
wound.
Yeah, and then your body will adhere to that old skin and create new skin. I thought it was like quite
That's
fascinating.
So fascinating. That's the part of like medical science that I think is so
cool.
So cool.
Yeah.
Like the fact that we could do that.
Like what?
Huh?
So crazy. Yeah, it was good to see him. Well, speaking of crazy things,
Speaking of craziness,
the craziest of it all is way crazier than anything. Severance. You guys watching it?
If you're watching it, I hope you're caught up. Big spoiler alert here. We're going to be talking about everything leading up to Ep 4 because Kristen hasn't watched.
There's only been 4. Why does it feel like
5?
But still, I thought we were in like 8 or 9. I know
Really?
we're not, but like I think they're just so action packed that it feels so like intense. Yeah, I haven't watched the most recent one, but I watched episode 4 when I got home because the guy next to me on my flight was watching it.
Oh my God.
I was trying I was going like trying to not look.
Did
but,
you
like,
get spoilers?
I saw, okay, spoilers are starting. Maybe put a little thing or something.
Yeah, I'll do a timestamp.
Yeah. I saw that they were in the woods and like snow. I'm like, they're outside. Where are they?
Yeah. Crazy.
That was a crazy episode.
I mean, I loved that. First of all, we don't fully know up until this moment that she is Helena.
Yeah, we haven't like fully.
But
we've all speculated it. But
yeah, and I do love that was a theory early on that she wasn't.
I'm like, good job, everybody.
Yeah, no,
like,
me
TikTok's
too.
Smart.
And you know what? I have this thought that. Do you think shows film multiple versions of things?
Some.
And based on people's reactions when episodes drop, they'll kind of change. They'll like slot different storylines based on what people are thinking.
Oh yeah, I know for a fact some do. Do I know if Severance did? I don't know.
It's just so cool how literally Ep 1 of this season, everyone was like, "Oh, that's not Helly."
Yeah,
that's not Helly. The dings going up the elevator.
Yes, God, people like counting that shit. I love social media after a show.
Yes,
like with
and
Euphoria too.
A show like Severance too, where it is solely theory based until we know what's happening because it's. I mean, this is a theoretical world. Like
so ambiguous.
Yeah, I love how everyone has all these theories and the fact that so quickly, I mean, episode 4, we find out the theory is accurate. And I love when we know.
Oh, yeah.
I love when our theories are correct.
Yeah.
The fact that we found out, and I don't know, it's just so good.
I thought for a second when, I think it was maybe episode 3, when they were in that like incubated goat farm.
Oh, yes. It like
What's
the different department. Yeah, that's
what do you think? Like that for a second there, I was like, where is this going?
Me too.
I got a little like, this is weird.
Well, I think it could be two things. I think it could be, I mean, you guys have probably all seen the like cloning theories. So that might just be the department that literally raises the goats that are for cloning.
But they're also like rugged.
Yeah.
And like they were also like, they looked like they had been outdoors.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know. But I also think there's probably so many departments that we've seen and like haven't seen yet that are so like isolated, and these people don't know what they're doing. I mean, if we think about what the micro data team does, like they're literally clicking numbers that are scary.
They give you,
like we don't know yet what
numbers that are scary. I love
it's
that.
so crazy.
I love that job. I feel like I'd be really good at that.
Oh, me too. Numbers for sure have a feeling.
Yes.
For
like,
sure.
That job has never really been a question to me. Like when they first said that in season 1, I was like,
it makes sense.
Yeah.
Like I would do that.
I'd sign me up. Put on a resume.
But yeah, I want, like, when are we going to find out why? Why? And is it just busy work to potentially like test out these cloning theories for people? Like the job at the end of the day doesn't matter.
Like what is it? Project Colgate, that's toothpaste.
I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That
what is
Harmony
that?
was saying that she started. Like,
what
that
is
Harmony
that?
was saying that she started. Like,
Yeah.
what was that project?
And then did you catch? Oh, this might have been last episode. This isn't really a spoiler.
You can say it.
But yeah, I'm gonna
watch
it
when I get home.
Right. They're one of the like upper management says Mark is at 81% and he was at 78% just a couple weeks ago. So he's almost there for the project. Like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Like, they're like, maybe they're programming them. When they're visualizing these numbers, it's programming something cognitively. Light bulb.
Yeah.
That kind of makes sense. Because you have that little chip.
Right.
So it's like doing
they're programming themselves. And then do you see the theory that the young,
oh my God, that's totally it.
That's for sure it.
Yeah.
I think we solved Severance.
Mark our word.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first, and this is recorded
in advance.
This is recorded in 2021.
New theory unlocked. Before Severance started. No, I love the theory that the young girl is Mark and what's his wife's name?
Miss Casey. Yeah.
That's the theory, that the young girl is their daughter. But
someone debunked that because
really?
They said that they'd only been married like X amount of years and it was less than her age.
Makes sense. I also saw a theory that is the younger version of Miss
that
Casey.
I believe more.
Yeah.
And that one.
That one's definitely more
That one
believable.
stuck a little bit more for me because I was thinking like because people are saying like the way she died in like real life that Mark thinks is like that fire
that we don't really know about.
We don't really know what happened.
There's so many questions.
Right. Like, were they able to like preserve a part of her and like pastry dish her and she's like regrowing up and that's like her as a younger because she's growing. Yeah. Like, is it something like that? I don't know.
I'm excited to see where they go this season. They've definitely like, I was telling Kristen the other day, I almost missed the like simplicity of season 1, but obviously we need answers this season. Mm-hmm. And they're expanding on everything more than I thought they would.
Oh yeah.
Like I thought they would answer questions more clearly, but they're doing that thing where they're giving us more questions before we start to get answers, which at the end of the day makes a good show.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if like, remember with The Handmaid's Tale, how season like 2 and 3 were those kind of like, come on seasons, like you didn't know.
Yeah.
I kind of think that might be this season.
Yeah.
And I hope so, because I'd love to watch this show for multiple seasons, more than just 2.
I hope it
has such a big fan base
down the line.
It would be silly for them to
stop
it.
Handmaid's Tale season 5, April.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Every time a new season comes out, I get more and more like, okay, this is getting too real.
I mean, especially now.
That's what I'm saying. And like, but even from season 1, I remember actually season 1, I was like, oh, this show's crazy.
This will never
happen. And in season 2, I was like, hold on. Season 3, hold on. Like I almost don't want to watch it now because I'm like, stop.
And it's like you're giving them ideas.
Mm-hmm. I mean, didn't you see Ivanka Trump? Is that the daughter? Whatever. The blonde one.
Yeah.
She was wearing the exact like teal color that they wear in the show, the people that can't get pregnant. The exact, I'm literally pulling it up for you. Life imitates art. Oh, at the inauguration. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, guys, look up Ivanka Trump inauguration outfit. It's literally the exact outfit.
And this isn't a stretch because we all know that color very much matters, especially on the women.
Yes,
at events like this, at political events like this.
Oh, I thought you meant in the show, but yeah, in real life.
Yeah, no, right. I'm talking about political events. What the women wear and the colors that their outfits have significance to them.
It's trippy. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I'm not going to dive into anything crazy. Like, we're not a conspiracy podcast, but I like to question things. And that's one that I really didn't even have to question that much.
Right. It's not far off.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a pretty specific color. If we were talking like fucking black or white or like even red in Trump's case.
Or even if we were trying to connect like a brighter teal, that is quite literally the same shade.
Yes.
Like she asked for the fabric from that show.
Yes. It's weird. I don't know.
I hate that. Okay. Sorry. I just found the accurate date for Handmaid's Tale season 6. The final season drops April 8th. So
that's a Tuesday.
We're going to watch it on a Tuesday.
It is a Tuesday, though.
My mom's birthday's the 9th.
Well,
sorry, Mom.
I'm going to be busy.
I've got things to do.
Did you see New White Lotus is coming too?
Yeah. Soon, right? That one's
I think
a little
like
sooner.
damn near like next week or something.
Yeah.
It's soon. Oh my God. That just reminded me. I don't know if that picked up on the mic, but a dog just barked outside. At the dog park this morning, off in the distance, we hear like
like a wild animal?
something. And all the dogs start barking. All the owners are like putting their leashes on their dogs. Like I was even like, Link, come here. Like it was weird.
Like a bear.
Something.
What was it?
One of those hounds with the really long ears and the droopy eyes.
Oh.
That was his bark. He finally walked into the park and like he was excited to play. But he was just like, oh. Like it sounded like a man in agony.
Oh my God.
It
Wait, and the
wasn't a
fact that
bark.
all the dogs are freaking out is so
like
funny.
the parents were like leashing up. Like I was getting into like fight or flight for a sec.
Oh
and
my
it was just this
God.
little
Do you know if
hound.
that breed, like, do they bark like that?
I know
Do
they have like
will they howl?
Any houndies, what? Any hounds have those type of like kind
Howls,
of croaky barks. I don't know, but that wasn't a bark. There wasn't even a bee in it.
Poor
like
guy
it was like
probably really old.
I don't know. Like I think he's in pain. But the owner was just like, go have fun. Like took him off the leash and like let him go, and he was like, it was weird.
That's funny.
He didn't stay long.
Oh,
Yeah, maybe
Link was probably like, I want to go.
Link was doing the thing where she like walks sideways and like side eyes him. When dogs bark, it kind of scares Link, and that was like final boss.
Her side eye is lethal too.
Oh my God,
that's so funny.
Link's side eye is so funny. It's so like
it's like the
human.
Yeah, it's like that dog, the Doge dog.
Yes, that looks like Link.
Did you hear he recently died?
Oh,
Sorry,
I don't handle this.
I don't know if it's recent. Let me see.
Talk about a cherry on top.
Right.
What's worse?
Right. The past 2 weeks you've had, or Doge dog died?
Honestly, give me a sec.
Oh, he died last year. Where did I? Maybe I like just saw a TikTok, but yeah.
Well,
but like that looks like Link.
That's a lot of Shibas look like Link.
Yeah,
they're similar, kind of derpy.
The side eye though, when she like makes her eyes wide,
and her like chin goes back a little.
Yeah,
she's my baby.
She's just a little girl. Vixen misses her. Vixen these past couple weeks, it's so funny because I fully think she walked around for the past couple days kind of looking for Link. She sat by the front door waiting for like Link to come back in.
Baby.
But it's so funny because while Link was here, Vixen is a full bully. She was like, no, this is my house. Link wasn't allowed in my bedroom.
Yeah.
Which I gave her that. Like if that's Vixen's space, I let her kind of guard the bedroom. Yeah. But even like, you know how fucking submissive Link is. She was just like chilling, and Vixen would
she's literally not doing anything wrong.
No, and Vixen would kind of walk over and like, if Link would ever turn her back, Vixen would.
Her butt.
Yeah, and then
her butt.
Yeah, and then towards the end, Link started getting a little like, get off.
Stop.
Yeah, like started standing her ground a little more.
Good girl.
Yeah,
I'm proud of her. I'll have a talk with her.
There was a couple times where like Link will actually get up and kind of walk towards her, and she chased Vixen a couple times.
That's cute.
Yeah, it was cute.
Really
and like
cute.
Vixen would obviously run under the bed and everything. I don't know, it was nice having them two here. Yeah. But I still think I think I've talked about this before, but we chose Vixen obviously because, you know, we gravitated towards her, but a big reason was her little plaque said that she is best in a household without any other pets. And I see why. Like, she definitely felt like, I don't even want to say on edge, but you could tell she was like, this is my territory. Yeah. And she would like kind of act out like she wanted to be the queen of the household. Yep. And that's literally like what her plaque said. She was like, this is my house.
Yeah.
So
territorial.
Yeah. But it was nice having Link here.
Yeah, she liked it too. She told me.
She did?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
But you know what's weird? So like for a few days while I was gone, Liza was taking care of Link. And she smells like Liza, even though she's been at your house majority of the time. I don't know if Liza sprayed her or something.
Well, I also know. So when I went to go pick up Link, Liza was at work, and all of Link's bed things were in Liza's bedroom.
Okay, that could be
so maybe she like, I don't know, like slept closer to Liza and like
got like her scent. She smells exactly like her. I was like, whoa.
Also, Liza's house has like it
smells like Liza.
Yeah, and I feel like my house is still like finding its scent.
My house just smells like wood.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know if it's like maybe my floors or something.
Maybe.
Well,
you also were staining your wood.
Oh, that could be it too. But like when I walk in, I'm still like, it doesn't smell like me yet.
Yeah. I don't feel like mine smells like me yet.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'm in it now. I'll let you know next time I walk in. But
okay.
I feel like your house doesn't really smell like anything.
That's good too.
Yeah, that's good. It's better than.
But that's probably why Link doesn't have like a scent attached to her besides.
Yeah. She doesn't smell like Link right now. Like I want
you want Frito Link.
Yes, I want to like rub my face in her and have it be Link, but I'm like, I feel like I'm rubbing my face in Eliza. It feels weird.
Yeah. She turns into Liza. They're like kind of the same size.
They not far off. Same body.
Oh my god. Oh, that's funny. All right, guys. Thank you again for understanding for our break needed these past couple weeks, but we're back for the time being.
It feels good. I definitely obviously like needed that time, and it feels good to get back into some normalcy, and
felt good to sit here today.
Yeah, it felt good, and just to like, I don't know, keep you guys in the loop. I felt like I always feel bad when we don't post, and then to especially like not have like a reason that we said. We kind of did. I mean, we ghosted.
Yeah.
Like we literally just ghosted you guys. So I'm sorry. We're sorry. And we're back. And yeah, it feels good to share. Well, what I'm sharing is sad, but it feels good to share it because I know a lot of people will relate. And if I'm going to go through it, I'm going to make it worth it. And it's going to help other people. That's literally all I care about at this point. If I'm going to go through some fucked up shit, let's make it worth something.
Right.
Yeah. Thanks, mom. Oh my god. No, yeah, we can make those jokes. It's fine.
Yeah.
Anyway, love you guys, and happy Monday. I don't know, drink some water.
Yeah, drink some water.
And take care of yourself.
Next week we are going to be doing our general advice episode. So if you sent an entry in, hopefully we'll get to that, but if you want to send it again or send an update or send one in for next week, please do so. Oddvicepodcast@gmail.com.
And then Patreon. We have a Patreon if you don't know. It's patreon.com/oddvicepodcast, and we post episodes every single Friday. And for this week's Patreon, I don't know, what have you guys been up to the past 2 weeks? Like, let's kind of catch up there. I mean, we were talking to you guys, but I don't know. Maybe you have something
to update us
on. I don't know. We'll catch up there.
And if you guys are listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, rate us 5 stars and leave a cute little review and let us know how we're doing. And also you can comment on Spotify now, which is cool. And if you're watching on YouTube.
And also,
if you're watching on YouTube, also,
in addition to,
nonetheless. Wait, no. Okay. Nonetheless is one of those words where my boyfriend actually doesn't understand what nonetheless means.
How does he use it?
In every which way you possibly can.
Like, give me literally just the...
I went to the grocery store. Nonetheless, they didn't have the eggs that we eat. That might have been an exaggeration, but he just uses it where it does. He also does air quotes for things that don't need air quotes.
I know a lot of people who use air quotes incorrectly.
And it's like...
like the eggs we don't eat.
Yeah.
Like, quote.
Yeah. Wow. But he says nonetheless, and obviously now it's like an ongoing joke because I clearly make fun of him for it.
Yeah.
And we have this empty canvas in our living room, and we had the idea to write nonetheless. So yeah,
I kind of like that.
If you ever hear him say nonetheless, now it's like a joke because he knows that I am aware that
like
he doesn't use it accurately. Yeah. So yeah.
Nonetheless,
if you guys are watching on YouTube,
yes.
Subscribe, give us a good thumbs up, please.
Yeah. You know we're a little rusty.
And leave comments. We love seeing your guys' comments.
Yeah. Is this me just maybe being like a hard-headed Aries? I don't want like pity or nothing.
Yeah, I don't think I don't think you have to say that too.
Just don't like pity me.
I don't think anyone's pitying you.
I know, but like I just don't like that feeling. So I just feel like I had to say it. That's not why I shared what happened. I don't want pity. That's all. I don't know. I just feel like, again, that's probably just me.
Don't be nice to Kristen.
Dude, rip me apart in the comments. Put me down, please. No, you could, I mean, be nice, but like, I don't know.
No, I get you.
You know?
It's not,
But maybe that's a me problem. Because sometimes pity is good.
Well, I just think, you're not one to like want to be coddled.
Yeah. Deeper issue.
Right.
Bye.
All right, guys. We'll see you on Monday. Love you.
What? Oh, yeah. Sorry. Love you.
Bye, guys. What?
I don't know.
You said what?
I said what? Well, I was like, it is Monday, but next Monday.
Yeah.